Hi Pisces, welcome to your timeless message. So in this message, it's going to tap into any timeline, like literally any timeline that you've been a part of, whether it's this life, the last one, or the one before that. Okay, so we're going to see what you need to be told to heal something that needs to be rectified, or whatever the case is. You may not even know that you need this message, but you're here, aren't you? So it's not a coincidence. Let's go ahead and get started with my Pisces. What's the situation? What is the message that needs to be communicated with my fishy? All right. 6 of Pentacles. I like this, y'all. This is a gift. This is about receiving something. Ooh. Okay. Pisces. You've come a long way. I am sensing somebody being like reaching the top of a mountain. That's probably metaphorically. So 7 of Wands in reverse. You've been through a lot, but you've realized like fighting is not always the way to go. I think that you used to be really defensive. I think that you thought everybody was out to get you, and you finally realized that that's not the case anymore. So you're not, when you're defensive, it kind of puts you in a fear of state. When you're defensive, it puts you in a state of fear. You know what I'm saying? Because you're always watching your back, kind of like paranoid. And, a lot of people think that that's what being tough is, like always ready to go. But that really just means you're always scared. So I think you kind of realize like the world is not so scary as you thought it was. Now, I'm not saying it's the best place to be, but you realize that the world isn't as bad as it has portrayed itself or how you've perceived it as of late. I think that was like a way that you were for a really, really long time in your life, right? We got the 3 of Swords in reverse. Yeah, it's like you used to be really negative. Like you would get a message or, somebody would tell you something and you would just be so distraught. You'd be so depressed. It could be the smallest thing. And I think that shit used to just tear your whole world apart. Okay. Now you're not so like, I don't even know what that word is. I guess negative. Like you see that life is not as bad as you've been thinking it is or making it. Because what people don't realize is some people are naturally negative, like just with their chart and their influences in their environment. But there's always a way to flip the narrative, flip the perspective of any situation. I don't care what situation you're in. Okay. And I think Pisces, you realized, why am I being so sad all the time? Like it went from it made sense to be sad about something to now every situation in your life is sad. Something's up with that. You know what I mean? Like there was no balance. You were just like down in the dumps, Pisces, like really down. And I think you've realized you can flip the narrative of something. Even if you get bad news, it doesn't mean it's bad. It just means that like for example, if you had a breakup, instead of thinking like you lost the love of your life, you now think of it as they lost out on you. You know what I'm saying? Like they lost, or that relationship just wasn't meant to be. Like there's some reason where you just were not supposed to be with them anymore. So it's like, it is what it is. So you're really learning how to like use your power of feeling. You're muted, especially with you being a Pisces, you're mutable water. So you're realizing you can swim deep or you can swim up shore and be on the beach with everybody that's being happy. You don't have to be in the sunken place all the time. So yeah, Pisces, kudos to you. And 4 of Swords in reverse. You're not keeping everything bottled in. Congratulations, Pisces. You're literally like, you know what? Let me stop just harping on all the bad shit. If I have something to say, I'm going to say it now. I'm going to get off my chest. So I'm not sitting with all those emotions. I'm not being all sad and, bitter. None of that. You're like, if I got something to say, I'm going to say it. And if it doesn't come across to that person and they don't accept it, then it wasn't meant to be in the first place. I'm gonna keep it moving. I'm gonna literally go on to something new. And I think that's the position that you're in now. You're taking responsibility for your bad attitude, basically. Like you just thinking the world sucks. It's not me. You know what I'm saying? Like now you're like, you know what? Fuck that. I'm gonna take charge of my life and take charge of the people in my life as far as like how I relate to them and get my shit together. Like I just feel like you've taken accountability and now you're not like super sad all the time, or you don't rely on people to make you happy anymore, which is huge. Okay, now let's see where this started. Like what life situation did this connect to? Authority figures. Definitely feeling like this has something to do with this present life, but it could have been past. But you've had a lot of people in your life that tell you what to do, and since this has happened to you, whenever you got old enough, or in this lifetime, you know, whatever lifetime that this has happened, you didn't know what to do. You had to follow people's instructions to live. You had to follow what everybody else is doing and be a follower in order to live, because you didn't know how to have your own thoughts. You didn't know how to, you know, make decisions for yourself. And so now you realize that that only leads to you putting people on higher pedestals, and it literally fucks with you, because you can never... A person can never satisfy you the way that you can satisfy yourself. That sounded weird. But what I'm trying to say is, like, a person can't do what you want them to do because they don't know what you truly want. You know what I'm saying? Like, they will always let you down because it's your perspective of how you want things to go. Now, if you take your own initiative and you do things for yourself, if you fail, you can only blame yourself, and you know what to do better the next time. So that's what I'm saying. I feel like you learned how to stop letting people control you, control your emotions, dictate what you do. Like, you're starting to take acknowledgement and take responsibility for yourself. And that's huge. You're basically adulting, Pisces, but I feel like this is not just in this life, but like over lifetimes, you finally are an adult now. Okay? And so now you're starting to do things more structured. Okay? Now let's see what your message is from the angels. Positive movement forward. Like I was saying, it's almost like you're just sailing. First of all, can you see that this person is on a boat at the top of the ocean and not sunken below? So you learned how to swim, okay? You haven't let the currents just wash you away. And you also are moving, I feel like moving towards more decisions in your life, and also moving to your next life. You're going to be way more wise and mature. Like, you're going to just have it. It's not going to be so hard to just live life. You're not going to be so sad all the time. I don't really, it's kind of like you were a teenager, and you know how when you're a teenager, you're just like super emotional about everything, and any little thing can ruin the rest of your week. Like, you're not living in that mindset anymore. And I'm so happy you're not, because that sucks. Nobody wants to be like that. Like, imagine the things that you used to be sad about when you were a teenager compared to the shit you got to deal with now, and how it doesn't affect you as much as it would have if you were a teenager. Like, it's kind of like looking back and being like, you thought life was hard then? Please. Like, please. Like, you just don't even want to think about it. You're like, who was that person? Like, why was I so emotional? All right. So let's see what attitude you need to have in order to, you've done the work. So I just want to see, how do you keep up this energy, and how do you use this to the best of your ability? Okay, here we go. Joy, it's you with Jupiter. So you're extremely happy. So like I said, look how the dolphins are swimming upwards. Now, dolphins are known for being able to like swim deep, and then also like be on the top of the water and shit. So they are known to be able to just emotionally be able to know what to do. They know how to move through the waters. Okay, and that's what you're learning. Like I said, like that's a perfect example. The way that you have to exercise this is by literally being happy. Find your joy. I have a whole video on happiness. Okay. I also have a video on happiness versus anger. Listen, figure it out. You already done the work. Okay, now keep it up. And then the next thing. Oh, that's too many cards, honey. Let me shuffle one more time. Let's see if anything else needs to come out. Despair. Look at literally the balance of a Pisces, right? So you got sadness on one side and happiness on the other, but at the bottom of the cards, they both show the Pisces energy. So yes, life can get hard. Yes, you will struggle, but there's always a way to get out of that. Do not become spiritually lazy. Do not become soulfully non-existent because you don't know how to pull yourself out of desperation or bad situations. Like, literally, Pisces, you just got to rise above it, okay? Like, there's ways to do this, and I'm not saying it's like the easiest thing, but I'm saying it's something that you definitely can master, and you're kind of here to learn how to do that, okay? That's why you can flip back and forth between how you feel, okay? Now, be happy, okay, please? Like, for the sake of you and everyone around you, be happy. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching this video. If you would like to see more videos, you can subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so that you are notified whenever I upload for your sign or any other sign that you're looking forward to watching. What else? If you want to contact me for, my services as far as readings and things of that nature, or interpreting your natal chart so you can understand yourself better and not go through all these mood swings, okay? You can also hit me up for that. I have it on the screen here and or in the description box if you need more information. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, Pisces.